Are you thinking about starting an embroidery business, but a 10 needle or a 16 needle machine looks a little intimidating to you? Well, with Brother's new Entrepreneur One PR1X, this machine is a powerhouse that lets you do a whole lot of different capability and kind of dip your toes in the water and decide if that's the route you want to go. With this machine, it is a single needle embroidery machine that you can stage multiple spools on. It has a built-in bobbin winder, so you can wind your own bobbins and not have to purchase pre-wounds. And it does allow you to do objects that are more cylindrical. So think baby onesies, jackets, sleeves, sweatpants, or even things like hats. So there are lots of optional accessories for this machine. You can get the cap frames, you can get a cylindrical frame, you can get a tubular frame. There are so many possibilities for you. But built into this machine are lots of tips and tricks that make it a lot easier for you. Some of my favorite things that are built into this machine is the fact that there are a little bit of an operation guide on here. So if I go into videos, I can scan that QR code and it takes me to video tutorials on the machine. It also has the operation guide where I can just be like, oh man, basic operation. I don't remember how to thread my needle. And it walks me step by step on how to do that. So it really makes it easy for you. It also does have lots of embroidery designs built into the machine. There's 2 new categories that have kind of these fun, funky designs, which are very cute. And then there's also lots and lots of font capability. And one thing that's really nice about the font capability on this machine is that you can do things like perhaps recipe towels or quilt labels or even just embroidering someone's name on their shirt, because there's lots of standard fonts. There's a couple of miniature fonts. And then there's even a font perfect for puffy foam. So if you think of the hats that have a little bit of a raise on the embroidery, this machine has some of that built into it. Another thing that it has is it does have several monograms for you. So you're able to do those beautiful wedding gifts, or even, I like the funky letters because I do have a toddler at home, so this would be fun for like birthday parties. And then of course there's the standard like Brother frames and some quilting designs that are built into the machine here. The other nice thing is that it does come with an 8-inch by 12-inch hoop, so you're not lacking for hoop size. So it comes with this one and a 4x4 frame, so you've got options on different projects that you want to do. But I am going to show you one of the coolest things built into this machine, which is going to be their laser placement that they've added. Nope, that's a little too big. I'm looking for a design that's a little bit smaller. Still a little too big. There we go. So I'm going to do like this little wing right here. And I'm going to say, I've got some markings on my fabric here that I hooped it a little bit weird. So I'm going to set, and I'm going to go to embroidery. And you'll notice right away a laser points up. The other thing we can do with this laser is this new button, which is laser alignment positioning. So I'm going to push that button there. And I'm going to say I want the corner of my wing to end up right where my mark is on my fabric. So I'm going to put it in that left corner, and I'm going to hit next. And then I want the wing to end up this direction, not this way. So I'm going to line it this way so it matches up with the other mark that I have on my fabric. So then I hit next, and now it's going to put me to that first initial position. So I have these 3 little arrows, fast, medium, slow. I'm going to move this over until I get to just about there. Of course, I went a little fast. So I can slow that down to get me exactly where I want to be. There we go. And now my crosshair is exactly where I want it to go. I'm going to hit next. And now it wants to put the wing here, but I want it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go fast again so I can get over to that mark a little quicker. I'm actually going to bring it all the way over to that mark that I have on my fabric. So the best application I can think of this is, or for this, is especially like stripes on a garment, or even trying to put perfect positioning for a quilt label. This is perfect so that you can get it exactly at the angle you want it, even if you didn't hoop super straight. So I'm going to go just a little more. There we go. I'm going to hit set. Then you can look on my screen, and now you can see that the wing flipped over. So now when I start stitching, it's going to stitch in that direction. So it kind of helps dummy-proof any mistakes that you make while hooping so that you can line things up perfectly. And if it doesn't fit in the hoop, it will tell you to rehoop and try again. So it's not afraid to let you know when it just needs a little more assistance. If you want to come check out this machine, definitely come by to one of our Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum stores because we would love to show you how easy this whole process is. I'm Megan, and once again, thank you so much for joining me on this video, and we will see you in the stores when you come and try it out yourself.